What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle video. Today we're going to be talking about Kid BUU and the things that you can insert him in his best possible team comps, especially after this EZA. So right now he's currently placed a little differently because he doesn't have the effect yet, but once he gets that new EZA, he's going to be really strong in particular comps, and maybe mainstays in a double rotation, or like a mainstay in a particular rotation. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and go in, break down what he does, and then we're gonna list his best possible teams, or his easiest teams to work with. It's not necessarily his best team, but there is one hands down you cannot take away from the fact that it is his best team. So let's go ahead and get started with this. So Kid BUU, extreme int key plus 3 HP attack and defense, 130%, and then super key, super int types, they get a 90% instead. Pretty good leader skill for battlefield, so you can do some mixed comps and so on and so forth. But his super attack raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage, and recovers 12% HP. Remember, the higher HP, the higher that 12% is, it does scale with your HP. So if you have 500k HP, you're healing 50k, effectively 52, somewhere around there. So at the very start, he gets attack 100%, just flat off the boost, plus additional attack and defense 70% when HP is 30% or more. So that leaves him at 170 attack and 70% attack when his HP is 3 or more. Trust when I mean that this team that you're going to put him on is going to keep you at that high HP threshold, so he's never going to be in that area where he's just not worth running. And yeah, he's just powerful overall. So here we go, moving on. When Majin Power Extreme Class Allies key plus 1 and HP plus 50% or more. Extreme Class Allies key plus 1 when HP is 70% or more. Very good, very strong. This is what he needed pretty much to stay competitive. Now you can argue that he could have gotten a better defensive bump, but with his old stats transitioning into like early age LR stats, it's a non-issue. 20k HP is huge. 18k attack is good enough. 10k defense is normal. This is good. It scales well with his stats, you know, the 70% right here. And then he gets gives himself key, and then gives his teammates key if there are extreme types. So yeah, just a powerful unit overall. His link skills are, you know, all attack, you know, Majin, Brutal, Beat Down, More Than Meets the Eye, Big Bad Bosses, Infinite Regeneration while staying tall, Fierce Battle. The thing about this though is you have to get Majin to level 10 so you can get that key link, because it's going to be important and detrimental to his game plan. So let's move on. But before we go ahead and move on, I'd like to remind you guys that you need to hit that like button, because scientists believe that you'll have a good 2021 if you hit that like button. So go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel and you're interested in videos like this, go ahead and hit that red sub. And once again, I keep saying and, stop saying and so much, Goki. Yeah, hit the notification bell if you want to be up to date on any of his videos. All right, going back. So, first team we're going to play him on, Resurrected Warriors. And the reason why Resurrected Warriors rings true is he may not have a villain. He has a super character here in Majin Buu Saga, but he'll give himself key. He has a good linker. He has the Majin Link as well. And then there is this extreme physical Buu over here that received an EZA not too long. And he is actually pretty well off. He's very strong. He has a good tanking ability. He starts off slow, but the more he gets attacked, the more he gets, and then whenever he's below a certain threshold, like 40%, he recovers 30% of his HP. So really strong. He does have the Majin Link right here, and he has Wall Standing Tall to give him more damage. He has Infinite Regeneration to give you more key, recover HP, and give you defense. Really powerful. So keep in mind, you do have options on Resurrected Warriors to keep within a rotation with him. Now, Kid Buu can't float. He doesn't have the freedom of floating because there is too much going on with Resurrected Warriors. You don't know how mixed the team is, how weird the comp is. But if you do have both Vegetas on it, and they're the extreme Vegeta, he can float in that sense, to give one key to those Vegetas each so that they can link properly and do a lot. But yeah, pretty good, pretty strong overall. Resurrected Warriors is number 3 in my opinion. And then, of course, we're going to move on to the second one, Majin Buu Saga. So, with us getting LR Babidi and Deborah in the shop, we now have a more substantial, extreme version of the Majin Buu Saga team. Probably going to be the best one once we get the Buu Babidi. Not in terms of damage, but just like the versatility that it brings. You have Deborah supplying that good old support, this physical Deborah right here, and I believe I'll be surprised if he doesn't have the Majin link. Oh, he does not have the Majin link. So this is the weakness, I guess, of this, but he does give extreme class 2 key and 30% each for attack and defense. But with Deborah and Babidi, we now have good support. And we have many options. Actually, all his options except maybe the AGL Majin Buu, which is one of the best Majin Buu cards we've ever had. Majin Power category allies, key +3, attack and defense +30%. So this, keep in mind, is really good. Really strong. Not to be slept on in any means. Very good LR. If you have the points saved up, get your 1 copy, max out as much as you can, get your S8 to 20. Very strong. And you have a ton. You have Bukalo, you have Buu Tanks, you have this guy. If you're on JP, you have the Babidi, and Buu. And then you have the big Buu. You have this Buu. You have that Buu. You have a lot of Boos to choose from in the Majin Buu Saga team. If this is not the best category, it's probably the most versatile. And mainly because you can also run heroes with him. And that's an interesting thing to run. So, outside of that, his best possible team is probably this one, but I would say his most optimized team in terms of having every link possible, every possible rotation be powerful for him and good enough for him to use would be Majin Power. And the reason why, every single Kid Buu and every Super Buu and every Fat Buu is on this category. Or at least I thought so. Yeah. Every single one of them is on this category. And you have Skinny Buu, which you don't have access to within this, but you have access to this, I think. Yeah, you have access here. You don't have access here, but you have access in Majin Power. And Skinny Buu is powerful. He is a decent enough character that Kid Buu can be run along against. And for this 7 turns, he has like 200k defense. Under this exact leader skill, the Majin Power with him as leader, or like a mixed leader comp with one of him and one of him, he does in fact have 200k defense. So it's amazing off the rip right there. And he has linking buddies and all of these. They share a ton of his links. So some of the most mainstays and powerful cards that he can have alongside him, they all share similar links. And they all heal HP, so you will never see Kid Buu without some form of his HP being topped off the max and always getting his effect active. The only issue is he doesn't give this Buu key because this Buu is a super type. But for the most part, here we are. You know, this is probably his best leader because the key +4, HP attack and defense 70%, 170%, because it's key +4. And then you have you have all the Majin link, the infinite regeneration link, the wall standing tall, fierce battle. Those are must-have links for him. Let me close this one out. Then you have power taking, you know, Bukalo, same situation, Majin, wall standing tall, fierce battle. Yeah, if you notice, there is in fact, you know, like a particular pattern here. Majin power, hands down, best team. And if you don't have access to it, doing a mix Majin Buu Saga would be your next bet. And then finally, Resurrected Warriors is probably a good place to have him. Now, he is a little bit more flexible than I would lead you to believe. You can throw him in random comms, extreme comms, so on and so forth. But these three, I believe, are his best. If you're looking for optimized and best teams, these three are probably his best teams because they hold some of his best partners possible in this. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much for giving my video the time and light. Once again, subscribe if you guys enjoyed this type of video formatting, adding some oomph to it. But yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for watching once again. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Don't forget to subscribe.